for this week, we come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today on Monday, February 3rd, 2025. And we'll bring the program to you this Monday morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And Musa Kamara, my name. Good morning. Inside today's edition of the program, Good Morning Saloon, according to the EU ambassador na Saloon, Jacek Jankowski, the 35 million euro we they don't give to Saloon government now for improve cassava production, oil palm, and other things them as way for improve the feed Saloon program. One member of parliament, we represent people na Karina district, Honorable Mohammed Bangra, don't confirm to the democracy say he don't resign from the All People's Congress APC party and join the People's Democratic Party PDP.
Me name Mohammed Bangra. I they promote the APC political party because APC not like me. APC not want me na APC. Now he make them go suspend me. Now na PDP so when I join.
Today, inside the program, Radio Democracy go look inside the counter-terrorism bill and the concern where the opposition party gets for SECA this bill.
With this and plenty other story than they for inside the program this morning. Members say the list will be live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. And members say Nali Rock Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy, for bringing the program Good Morning Salon Can to you. And this program is powered by Afisel. The list will be live from Radio Partner them, Radio Chalet 89.5 Nakoina Dugan Falabadi Street. Same also on Radio Maleng 88.5. Radio 1G 11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kainlang, Vopad Radio na Waterloo, Voice of Karine na Kamakweo 98.0, Voice of Masoro na Pujon District, Jangi Radio 99.3 FM na Lawabon District, and Advocacy Radio na Pudloko District. The program na Good Morning Salon will come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. If you want to be part of the program, you can send in a message now Radio Democracy Facebook page or drop in a message on the number 077 981 981.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We go with the first time acting director general at the Saloon Correctional Service, Brigadier General Sir David Thomas Ngawuja. Don't call on the new leadership at the Correctional Service for continue with policy and law them. We don't need to for improve the service. He talk this, he make this call. We immediately hand over to the new director general Joseph John Senisi, then in deputy Susanna Baby Coca. We President Bill appoint this PSM for acts and positions and parliaments don't agree for make them take over. Well, for more on this, we join Khalifa to content.
The Saloon Correctional Service don dey from when it transform from 2014 when I for make the service no begin see the correctional service aside when a prisoner then dey but one when it be say na correction people in a good take and when them come out then for don't be change person. This service na part of the integrated justice system for protect the society. We don't they keep inmates them and put them in a condition where they go able for encourage them, rehabilitate them, and turn them to professional work people them. Them value na for make sure say them true to themselves, respect citizens them, and self-tolerate anybody and give justice to all man. But from where the correctional service don't begin operation, they don't they get different director and deputy director them, but the issue them where we don't at the correctional service in which way the president decide for get military personnel for make sure say he acts first as the director general at the Saloon Correctional Service. This happened so to this BNTM where President Julius Maada Bio been decide for pick Joseph John Senisi as the director general and Susan Baby Coca as the deputy director general for the Saloon Correctional Service. Friday, January 31st this year, the acting director general don hand over to the new director general and serve in deputy during in handing over ceremony where in the talk the outgoing acting director general at the Saloon Correctional Service, Brigadier General Sir David Thomas Ngawuja, call on the new leadership na the Correctional Service for continue with policy and law them whether for improve the service.
In terms of what we've accomplished for us to be here today, I will not highlight that here at this moment for want of time, but I believe posterity will judge us for what we've been able to do in this institution. All I'll say is that the baseline has been set, the foundation has been laid for us to take off as a professional organization.
Where in the talk as the new Director General at the Saloon Correctional Service, Joseph John Senisi, been start first for talk about how him feel And sef, the good work where the outgoing acting director general be done dey do na the correctional service.
But it is the will of God that this moment or this specific day has predestined that we'll be all witnessing this occasion. I want to thank you all. Sir, I want to thank you for job well done and your team. For us, you coming to SLC was a blessing through the institution. The 4 years you spent here is a quality moment, and those 4 years were of quality importance through the institution. You've made your impact. You've made a lot of improvement, and those will forever remember you for those legacies are there. You have a lot of pointers. At any given time you're passing by, you will say, that's my work. These are my initiatives. For that, we want to say thank you to you and your team.
Joseph John Senisi continue for encourage workmen then at the correctional service for supporting leadership so that they go deliver together.
I want to encourage us all. Let us put aside our differences. Let us work in the interest of the institution for the betterment of this nation we call Sierra Leone. Every now and then we'll read the pledge. We pledge our love and loyalty. Where is that loyalty? Let us prove that one. We're going to wait tomorrow. The day after tomorrow is past now. So I want to encourage us all. We put aside our differences and work together as a team, as one family. There is strength in unity. And as LCS, we have a lot of potential. If we are to put aside those differences and work together as a team, we'll bring that transformation we want to see.
As the Deputy Director General, when are the first woman when the correctional service don't ever get from where it begin operation. After we Parliament don't give for make the Deputy Director General begin work na in office, Susan Baby Coker talk about the role them when get for playing at the different correctional center them.
Female inmates them, I don't talk and say if they get sick in jail, we say they can't go now with us. Anything they affect them, it they affect with. If they get psychological effect, we say they can't go back now with us them. So one of the first thing I go do, and this is a thing I don't do, now for continue for support the rehabilitation of the female inmates them. For bringing people that will go assist with skills them, we go assist with items and let them beat making, football for you. We get a lot of organizations all over. So I go continue for do the thing in there, so that the woman when they go down in jail, they go na door. Not only the woman and the man them. When they go down in jail, they go na door as useful and reformed citizens.
The new Deputy Director General Susan Baby Coker end up say the new leadership na the correctional service go work for improve the different correctional center in the country. For the Society for Ready Democracy, Mina Karifa to counter the report.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue inside the program, we continue for look at more issues. And now we're going to UN Women outside the United Nations Resident Coordinator na Salon, Seraphine Wakana say from 2020, the United Nations don't support 12,000 girl picking there with different skills and training them. I talk this with the United Nations Women and the United Nations Development Program with support from Government of Iceland go launch one project for push gender equality na local governance. For more on this, make we join Mohamed Lamin KB.
Goal 5 of the Sustainable Development Goal, na gender equality. What this means say, woman, self, get the same rights like man na any society. And cluster 5, na the country medium-term development plan. Self, they talk about the importance of gender equality for promote development at the country. Now for sake of this, make the United Nations Women together with United Nations Development Fund, with support from the government of Iceland, go launch the strengthen institutional capacity for gender mainstreaming in local council projects. But waiting at the objective of this project, the United Nations Resident Coordinator na Salon, Seraphine Wakana, been explained.
We come together on this action and occasion to address systemic barriers, gender equality, and reaffirm our collective commitment to building a more inclusive Sierra Leone. A more inclusive Sierra Leone, for us, is not just a word. For example, we can point to numbers when discussing. Since 2020, 12,000 girls have been reached with life skills training on comprehensive sexuality education and GBV prevention. That is statistics from UNICEF. And during COVID-19, 2,000 radios were distributed to girls for remote learning.
The Iceland government been provide the fund for this project. We make inside your own talk the ambassador of Iceland as Salon as this Bija Nadotis been get this for say.
Equality for women means progress for all. This we have witnessed in Iceland, where gender equality has been prioritized through the implementation of policies that aim to reduce gender imbalances and ensure more equal society. Education and healthcare gaps have essentially been closed. Women's political and labor force participation are high, and women are well integrated into the economy, including positions of leadership. So it is possible. And supporting locally led development through working directly with local authorities to strengthen their capacity to deliver essential basic services to their citizens is also a prominent part of Iceland's bilateral development cooperation.
The Deputy Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs will be the keynote speaker inside this launch. Alfred Moy Jamil been explained about governments and commitments for achieving gender equality in the country.
As a government, we have shared our positions on the significance of gender mainstreaming as evident in creating positions for gender officers in all 22 local councils in Sierra Leone. And as the speakers before me reference, that is evident in cabinet and in parliament as well. This is the commitment of government through the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs in mainstreaming gender issues in Sierra Leone through the local councils. The ministry therefore reiterates the importance of local councils as frontline actors in delivering services and addressing community needs. Strengthening gender issues at local councils is a major step in mainstreaming gender issues in Sierra Leone.
The Deputy Minister for Local Government and Community Affairs, they end up say, government will continue for support women empowerment at the country for the Society for Radio Democracy. Mohamed Lamin Kebe, the report.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and inside the program this morning we look at issue we get for do with the counter-terrorism bill. But inside the studios we want to welcome Honorable Umfa Sori. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Musa?
Yes, of course. As we mentioned inside one part with headline stories, the program today will look at the counter-terrorism bill 2024, before Parliament now for pass into law. And the Counter-Terrorism Act, they give power to the states for prohibit or tap the people not for use or get couple of any property we get for do with terrorism. Allow the state for freeze assets or individual or groups them we get for do with terrorism, and also give the states the power for seize property of people them we them believe say they part of terrorism. These are some of the things them inside the counter-terrorism bill 2024 we did before Parliament now. But the opposition gets issue or concern about this bill. Make we get the spokesperson for the All People's Congress APC party in our Parliament of Salon, Honorable Umfa Gishe. Good morning again and welcome to the program Good Morning Salon.
Good morning and thanks for having me. I'm glad for doing tonight this morning.
Okay. Today we topic of discussion now the counter-terrorism. We look at today. One for tell listeners them say we get forget the person we responsible for put the lawyer together when I did chair for the legislative committee in Parliament, Honorable Marie Conte online for do some clarifications, but for now we get Honorable Member of Parliament from the All People's Congress APC party where they can highlight them concerns them for this bill. Today we focus of discussion on the counter-terrorism. What's in the APC makeup of the counter-terrorism bill 2024 we still lay before Parliament they look at?
Well, as an opposition, we believe, say, as a nation, it is not a bad thing or a wrong thing for be contemporary in the global village. It is not a bad thing for we also make laws them who go ensure say we as a nation not be seen as a nation where they support or harbor terrorists them. So we believe say the Counter-Terrorism Act 2024 in a timely. However, we believe say as a parliament, we for ensure say we get a strong law out we for ensure say we get a law we get all the necessary safeguards. So now I make we believe say before this bill gets to its finality, we for don ensure say certain things and they incorporated in that bill. What thing also we make of the bill is that the bill pretty much mirror wetin dem bin do na Malabo na Equatorial Guinea in 2011 between June 30 and July 1st, where they set up an African model law on terrorism. And that African model law pretty much talk about wetin a terror act then, which we bill clearly state in SSF define wetin a terror act then. However, we own bill not put the necessary safeguards them. We go ensure say no personality or any state entity no misuse the power they get inside the bill for abuse in power. So now you make we believe say certain things and need for be added in that bill for ensure say we protect the rights of citizens.
Before we look at waiting una fear as opposition for sake of this bill, let we look back. We start for talk, say na fine bill unless some of the concerns them wanna get. What are the good things them for this bill, and what are some of them provisions then?
Well, what I mean a fine bill, when we look as an opposition, we believe say we country they in a village of countries, what they call a global village, and we know say the act of terrorism it can happen at any time in any jurisdiction. And we believe say the act of terrorism is not a new thing, whether being in the Western Hemisphere, whether being in Sub-Saharan Africa, whether being in Asia or Europe. So if we believe say then they in presence, we believe say we self as a country forgetting law and they so will not be seen or will not become attractive to anybody who want to do or engage in their activity and say, oh, Salone are not getting law and they law go exploit the situation in Sierra Leone. So now we could believe say the law is necessary. However, if we make them law then they will not go just open them to abuse.
Okay. Now you mentioned about safeguard when you start for talk. Within that safeguard there we think say for day on this bill before government turn into law or parliament turn into law.
Well, it clear like what the bill say terrorism na an act or mission or actual threatened inside or outside a specific country or jurisdiction that is an offense to set out in any given nation. And when they define terrorism, they say terrorism involves serious violence against persons, involves serious damage to property, and endangers a person's life, creates a serious risk to the health and safety of the public or any section of the public. It also go on for say involves the use of firearms and explosives, involves exposing the public to any dangerous or hazardous radioactive, harmful substance or any toxic chemical or microbial or biological agent or toxin. However, then safeguard here, even we be doing another African model, what them do after they don't define what a terror act them. They say notwithstanding the definition of terrorist act above, which are not exhaust all because of time, then say the provisions in this law or any law, the following shall not be considered as terrorist acts. So the thing that we don't for consider as terrorist acts are any act described above if the act is the result of advocacy, protest, dissent, or industrial action and is not intended to result in the harm or conduct described in the definitions they give before. They also say the struggle waged by people in accordance with the principles of international law for their liberation or self-determination, including armed struggle against colonialism, occupation, aggression, and domination by foreign forces. They say them to terrorist acts and Andy. Then it's also say acts covered by international humanitarian law committed in the cause of an international or non-international conflict by government forces or members of organized armed groups, provided that a political, philosophical, ideological, racial, ethnic, religious, or any similar motive shall not be considered for any reason, including the purposes of prosecution or extradition, to be a justified defense in respect of an offense of which the definition of terrorist act forms an integral part. So we believe say all them safeguards and they for they na the law for ensure say they're not open and for abuse. Like I tell you, the law is good in a manner, in a way that it talks about how did they interpret terrorist act. And inside the bill, then get something they call a memorandum of object and the reasoning. And inside that bill, they then provide the interpretation. They establish a national counter-terrorism committee. They also provide for the establishment of a national counter-terrorism coordination committee. They also provide for a counter-terrorism fusion center. So then they also make provision for offenses of the terrorism and related matters. Okay. So their offenses and they carry a lot of prison time, up to 30 years. So we believe say if we don't get all the necessary safeguards then whenever they say somebody commits a terrorist act based on the definition and based on the act, then we'll know say we'll get somebody we actually don't do this act, and not to somebody who they try for target, or not to somebody who go use certain defenses then we're gonna court say no na this have they try for do, no na this have they try for do, if the law not clearly spell out.
All right, now before you una raise them concern there, una in a parliament, una able engage, una colleague then at the other hand for let them know say these not the concern they wanna get before una come na media.
Absolutely, and I want state and categorically that even the leadership of parliament, the speaker of parliament, don't recommit the bill back to the legislative committee. And I'm glad that the chairman of the committee back there for joining here, because he also don't be very magnanimous in ensuring that we get all the holistic points of views, all the recommendations. He don't even announce at the well of parliament that anybody will get positions or anybody will get opinions, let them tender in a parliament to the committee and we will address them in the legislative stage. So like I say, the issue at this point is not consensus, but we definitely believe say some of them things here need for be added in that bill so that when it comes out as members of parliament, we as a parliament in this 6th parliament or parliamentarians in this 6th parliament will get a bill or act where we're all proud of and not going to be disappointed or regretful at the end of the day when it becomes a law.
What are some of them provisions that we now want foresee as safeguard now the counter-terrorism?
Now they are just read and say if somebody they try for protest for if they try for gather, they try for protest, they try for acts for rights, they act for self-determination based on international laws and all that as described, then people are not for be seen as committing terrorist acts, but definitely then just they exercise their constitutional rights for assemble or for protest.
So for now, the provisions them na the bill look at the activities that we mention as terrorism acts.
Yeah, because they say anything will create fear. Than one of the definition. So if somebody they protest, now something will create fear in me self. If they protest on side, they drive by or they walk by and not even aware, I will be fearful, I will be worried, I will be concerned. But necessarily, if the probably then people in intention, now for letting the young outcry and not to a situation where they want to create an havoc on somebody, then definitely they should be protected by the law.
Earlier you mentioned say this bill they in line with the Malabo Accord.
Yes.
What are some of the provisions them within that Malabo Accord we missing in Salon counter-terrorism bill?
Now this the safeguards the way I be read I read where and say any act described where somebody they ask for or they advocate, if they go for advocacy, they protest, they dissent, or an industrial action, meaning if people then believe say them for strike for increase in their salary, or them for strike because they believe say the human rights then have been abused by somebody who hire them, or they strike because of other labor concerns them, then people they're not for be seen as terrorists. They also talk about if somebody they struggle or if people are struggle for in accordance with principles of international law for their liberation or self-determination. They also talk about international humanitarian law committed in the cause of an international or non-international conflict. So now some of them things in addition to other things they will believe say the public will come with, we will add in this bill. But if these safeguards are not there, it will be trouble. It will be problematic.
So you think say this bill as it did now gets any political undertone?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think so. I hope not. I mean, I don't think say get any political undertone. However, if you go by just what the bill is, and if we left Aleka Ede so, any given government, it could be the government of the APC when the APC becomes, when the APC gets a governance. It can be the government of the SLPP. It can be the government or any political party when they in governance for misuse a law like this, we're not strong for ensure say them protect the rights of the people there with it is with the law they for protect.
The last time we get Jeff Kenaya in separate concern about how this bill, very, very dangerous. We are in say some time back they may call the opposition terrorists. You think say or waiting the APC the free? You think say government will use this bill against UNA?
Well, indeed, as a party, and they may not call we terrorists. Indeed, as a party, we will face several attacks. Then we will face attacks in parliament by armed personnel, not to one, not to two occasions. As a person, Mrs. F be face an attack at some point. Na Koya chiefdom by armed forces. They will be attached to the AIG at the time. They be beat me, then transport me and CID. So, and I was defenseless, I not get ammunition, I not be there in a silos I'm not supposed for there. So all of those are terrorist activities. So like how they say, it could be an accusation against the opposition, it could be an accusation against the government itself. Say they terrorize their own citizens there. So now I make us believe say it is important for law get a law will protect everybody under the law. Because nobody is immune from all of these laws. Yeah.
Okay.
Because one day you can be an authority, another day you will be a private citizen.
Continue for stay with me inside the program features the January they will look at the counter-terrorism bill with the before Parliament and waiting the APC as an opposition makeup of this bill. Make we get Honorable Dr. Omfasuri Kuruma in the opposition spokesperson na Parliament. Na the program for talk about some of the issues here. The program Good Morning Salon they continue to go for a short break.
Now the time don't come so we're covering development here for me.
It don't come back again. Yes, it don't come back again.
Now waiting don't come back again.
This na order.
Since 21 them that's my tomato.
We office generator they give serious problem. Paddy, you know of any generator shop or generator supplier will go able get good quality generator for buy rent?
My sister, the only solution to your problem na integrated power control solution. We don't they do generator business for over 20 years now the country, and then they come with quality generator there for sale and for rent from the UK with the original spare parts, control panel of different type, and the industrial connection cable. IPCS gets good quality air conditioner with inverter where they use solar and also easy for use. With IPC, you no get nothing for worry but power business. Elect how big the factory be, you house, your business place, your office. IPC ready for give you 24 hours electrical, either by solar or generating plan. For no more bots, IPCS, go number 10 E Moriton Junction, or you can call us on 030-669966 or 077-535006. IPCS, meeting your power needs.
Don't TP, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you go transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, go send money to anybody and the person can collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and we will bring you this edition of the program. Musa Kamara na my name.
And my name Usman Kama.
We continue for look at more issues. We take one part with headline stories that we go say according to the EU ambassador na Salon, Jacek Jankowski. The 35 million euro support we then don't give to Salon government now for improve cassava production, oil palm, and other things them in the agriculture sector as we for get rank to the fifth Salon program. Jacek Jankowski talked this inside one meeting as state host with EU when they signed this agreement with the President Julius Maada Bio, as he said this is not part of the EU support to the government flagship program. For more on this, we join Yeno Kabia.
The European Union don't be one pan Salon in development.